Boom, what's up everyone? Welcome to Simulation. I'm your host Alan Sakian. We are going to be having a thoughts on episode on time and attention. One of the most valuable things for us to talk about in our lives. Let's take a moment to just sink into our bodies with breath, into our hearts. Time, attention, such a valuable commodity, if not the most valuable commodity. Today, it's being manipulated harder than ever. Technology is growing faster than human wisdom for how to manage it. All right, you're born, you get about 2.5 billion seconds or heartbeats to live. That's about 80 years or so. That's also about 25,000 days. 2.5 billion seconds / heartbeats, 25,000 days. A third of these days you're going to spend sleeping. A third of the days you're going to spend working and hopefully building something that you love. And a third you're going to spend doing what you want. So you get about 8,000 days to do what you want. That is a very short time to live. We're blessed with the opportunity to be alive on this earth with the civilization that people have built, but it is a very short ride. And it used to be even shorter. So with that time that we actually have, in the short amount of time and days that we have to live, where is our attention focused? Out of the 7.5 billion people that are alive today, you get about 16 waking hours per day. 8 you spend sleeping out of 24, so you get 16 awake. 16 times 7.5 billion is 120 billion collective human attention hours on the planet per day. It's a zero-sum game. This cake isn't growing, so it's 120 billion human attention hours, and the cake stays the same. So when I take a larger piece of cake right now that you're watching this, Facebook or Instagram or someone else is losing your attention. So the fact that I'm taking a larger piece of cake means they're getting a smaller piece of cake. Some other content creator loses the attention when someone else takes the attention. This is how it works. We need to explore ways of augmenting this. Also, the neural architecture that we have is limited real estate. So when you're born, you get a certain amount of time to fill your brain with certain experiences and activities that will hopefully maximize your soul path, your blueprint for life and your divinity, what you want to achieve in this world. So you got to be really, really careful about what you choose to fit into your neural real estate, what you choose to spend your time and your attention on. So you fill it in with knowledge that actualizes you and transcends the you is crucial to do. And we got to provide an equality of opportunity for everybody on the planet to be able to play with tools and resources to figure out what actually actualizes them. When we used to be awake during the day, 100 years ago, nobody could ping us. Then phones came alive and people could ping you on the phone. Then the internet happened, people could ping you on the internet. And now we have these computers in our pockets that we check 150 times per day. 150 times per day, we're checking the shit. It's crazy. Do you think that Da Vinci could have invented with the smartphone? Do you think that Michelangelo could have sculpted the Statue of David or painted the Sistine Chapel with a smartphone? How many times would have they gotten distracted? These are really good comparisons for us to really think about how we got to focus our energy and our time into building things that bring value and not get side-railed and vectored off of our soul path by these notifications that are usually meaningless. Building a business and making an impact on the world is not instant gratification. We have to stop treating it as such. It takes time, effort, suffering, tears, dedication, perseverance, and then successes happen over time. And meaning comes from enjoying the journey each moment along the way. Sure, the world is at our fingertips now to gain whatever knowledge we want, when we want, and something like engineering has been democratized through educational videos teaching us how to build. That's fantastic. But at what cost? How many people use technology to gain knowledge versus vector themselves off their soul path for short-term dopaminergic hijacking of their brain? It's so tempting to get notifications and to want to go read and want to go look, but how many of them are actually useful for your soul path? Why does our attention gravitate to just one more video or just a couple more scrolls on news feeds that are algorithmically made to be echo chambers, to keep us hooked on what we already like, not challenging our viewpoints? It's because of cognitive ease. It's much harder for us to go and work on our project, to do creative thinking, than it is to just scroll on a newsfeed and consume. Creation is harder than consumption. Relaxing the soul from the hard work we've been doing, sure, yeah, that's right, we can consume when we want to relax from the hard work, but how often do we put aside our conscientious contracts that we've made to achieve our goals that we set up to execute in order for our attention to be hijacked by something else? Corporations are aiming to be in more control of our attention than we are. We must be more in control. We must be more vigilant. When I get on my phone, I use it how I want to use it, not how a corporation wants me to use it so they can maximize their shareholder returns. When I see myself pick up a phone and all of a sudden I get pushed notifications right away, instantly, they're trying to lure me into their attention economy. They're trying to strategically hijack my attention. And yes, you can turn off all your app notifications, but we want to be kept in the loop for the rare notifications that are actually important for helping us drive our goals. Corporations will be as sneaky and manipulative as possible to get your attention and keep you there so that they can make money on you. Be vigilant. Don't let notifications vector you away from your sole purpose. Rarely is a notification meaningful enough for your attention at that exact moment. The signal to noise ratio is so low right now. What you need to gather from social media and news and video content is very little amount of your time, and you need to customize it so that you don't see the noise. Don't give these distracting pieces of content or distracting notifications your attention. Stay focused. Keep building what you're focused on. Don't let the attention economy win. These business models are fucked. How many would pay $10 a month to never see ads on Facebook, to be able to see your networking history, or to be able to customize your news feed more? The next iterations of Facebook will decide if it stays alive or doesn't. I feel it will, but only if it drastically augments its design in favor of ethics and customization and love and away from attention economics, towards helping people with their sole purpose. We must design technology to help people with their sole purpose and not to vector them off their path to make money for megalomaniacs. That's horrible. We haven't even touched on the mental health piece yet. Sure, kids are using it today. They can send direct messages instantly to people across the world, or they can go learn that from the engineering educational videos, but they also see the follower counts and they want to become famous. And sure, they can get motivated by things like this, but we're also creating massive anxiety and social pressure for young kids. People are being psychometrically profiled through their likes and their habits, and then internet propagandists are playing deep fakes into their feeds to enrage them with the content. Itself is fake. Sometimes it's completely fake content, and sometimes it's being soundbited for enragement, propagation, and polarization. Be very skeptical. Be very careful with your attention. Look at more facts. Read more and learn more and analyze more before formulating opinions, and stay open-minded. Blockchain can greatly help identify truthfully when someone is actually saying something. It's a very exciting part about that technology stack. Megalomaniacs want to own our attention and time. They want to feed ads to us to make money. Be skeptical, be vigilant with your attention and time. And restructure the system around ethics and sole purpose. How has this affected our culture? The internet's at our fingertips for knowledge, great. almost all of us are feeding into the attention economy. Are we really happier than we were before all of this? Were we finding more meaning in our lives before or now? Were we connecting more intimately and lovingly with our communities, families, loved ones? Really analyze all these variables and think, were we living more happy? Were we living more connected? Were we living more peaceful, more loving, more caringly before this? Or what aspects were, what aspects are not? How do we maximize all of the meaning and happiness with the technology we have now? All right, so remember some takeaways. Time and attention are the most valuable commodities. Be vigilant. Don't get vectored off your soul path. Focus your attention. Execute your goals. Push for design ethics and fix the business models around attention economics. Thanks for tuning in. Go create, go build, go and manifest your destiny. We have an epic event coming up in San Francisco on November 15th, where we are going to be talking about reclaiming our minds from the social media economy, the attention economy, and designing the future of the ethics and the business models around social media. That event's going to be in partnership with Civility in San Francisco on November 15th. Join us there. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Go create, go build, go manifest your destiny. Much love. Peace.